This church has been left to decay for over 5 years, and now it's turned into a literal dump. When a property sits in this condition, it just attracts illegal activity and forces the neighborhood to have to deal with it. Now, we can't have that here, but the moment I saw this property, I just knew I was gonna need some help. Thankfully, my friend TP showed up to help us out, and then afterwards, the community stepped up in a way that I just never saw coming. It took several days to complete this project, so grab your favorite drink, get comfortable. I can't wait for you to see this amazing transformation. This stuff's just mulching up into dust, so we're just gonna go ahead and take this off. I love that this is winter right now. That just turned into dust. And so we're going to go ahead and just get started on the sidewalk. I don't know how you can do this with glasses. They're just fogging up on me. We're going to go ahead and see how well we did and if we need to clean it up a little bit more. I'm going to blow all of this off, and then we're going to go help TP out with section 2. Actually, I almost forgot this spot, so let's get this cleaned up first. We're gonna drag this stuff out. Today really is a blessing. I spoke to somebody at code enforcement and they told us that because the dump fees would be just really hard for them to make sure that we get them all waived, that we can just stack everything by the alley over here and that they'll send somebody to come do a large item pickup early next week. So this is going to be like zone 3, I guess. So we're going to go all the way to where that stack of wood is that they have, like the posts and everything that the city had already done. And then we're going to go all the way down to the sidewalk and just finish up this front area right here. I missed some trash, so we're gonna get that first.
You can mow me a couple swipes over so I can put my camera back.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting this area so I have a turnaround spot.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
We're gonna go ahead and put the mower off to the side, and I'm gonna pick up all this trash. So you wanna go see what TP's doing? Well, we've been giving TP all the hard work, so we're gonna go ahead and help out by trimming this area up before we go on to the next zone that way.
You ever notice ducks and geese flying a V pattern? You know why? You know why? It's always one side's always longer.
No, what's that?
Oh, there's more ducks on that side.
I'm gonna have to take some dad jokes from him. All right, let's see what we got. We got a bunch of stuff in here. Hey, what do you think? Should I take it and see if we can put it out for the sidewalks? We got another black widow spider. Well, TP said he wanted to catch it, but it's disappeared. So we're gonna keep our eyes open for it. TP's over here weed eating everything, but now that the holes are all exposed, let's just go ahead and move the truck and we'll knock it down with the mower real quick. What's in your cup? So this next section we're going to be working on is probably going to be about half of this building, so maybe to the handicap ramp. I'm going to start moving out all of the big like furniture and debris and stuff, and then TP's going to be back there working on the trees and getting everything knocked down for us. If it's really windy for you, I'm sorry. We've got a nasty storm coming in here in a few hours, so we're trying to get done pretty quick. Obviously, we're still going to do a good job though. Now I know why all these holes were here. I don't think we're going to build a picnic table this time, but there's another black widow in there, so we got to watch out. Those spiders will get you. Man, dude, that's a good spare. Like, aired up and everything. Shoot, I should put it on my wheelbarrow. I'm just kidding. We're actually going to just go ahead and grab all this stuff too. I don't trust getting the mower in here yet, so I'd rather just get this all out of the way and then we'll start breaking it down after that. This is probably the heaviest thing on there. I just thought another good thing about winter, there's no rattlesnakes. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way real quick. Okay, so now that that's gone, I was gonna divide this into sections and just do half and then do the other half. But honestly, I've just got one more pile of sticks about this size here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that all taken out of here. And so that way we can just mow the whole thing at once.
So hey, this grass, I'm gonna rake it out for you to mow over.
Yeah, just will you look to see before you rake it, make sure there's not like a 2x4?
Yeah, so everything I weed eat is clear.
After getting all that cleaned up, I'm glad to have a little break. We're gonna go ahead and mow this, and we're gonna do basically from here to the pole, get all this area mowed down, and then when TP's done over there, we'll be able to go that way. Gotta put on my sunglasses. We're gonna go ahead and look. Oh, see anything else? Found a Bible. Just make sure you always point away from the building. Why not let him try it out, right? See how it goes. Dude, no, that's bad. Because we're starting to run out of daylight, I called Melissa over at Code Enforcement. She told me that basically because we're expecting a really bad ice storm tomorrow, that it's going to take about 3 weeks before a city crew can come out here and actually get this picked up. As you can see, the city still hasn't come to pick this up yet, but that's expected because of the ice storm. Now, today we still do have quite a bit of work to get done. As you can see, the front still looks good, but we've got to go down this entire side of the church. We've got a whole bunch of vines growing in there and trash. And then we need to get all of this cleaned out. Now, TP really wishes he could be here, but as he would say, let's just get to work. We're gonna go ahead and start up here in the front and just kind of work our way around to the back. We're gonna get all this detail work done first, and then that way I can start dealing with all the bigger stuff here towards the end. So I broke my rake last time, so I had to go to the pawn shop. I went and bought another one. Let's get this all cleaned up real quick. We're gonna go ahead and cut this tree down just so that way we can get some access to get all this cleared up. There's obviously some like rocks and trash, so we need to get access to that first. Gonna have to buy a new chain on that one. I can wait till later. Well, I can honestly say I've never in my life had this happen before. The speed feed head just popped off. We're gonna go ahead and fix it. Are y'all working over there? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, working.
Okay, man. I was just like, I'm cleaning all this up, and I just didn't know if.
Okay.
So I'll try to stay out of y'all's way. Y'all have a good one. He doesn't speak very good English. So all they're doing is they're fixing that fence that's over there. Let's go ahead and finish fixing the string trimmer, and we'll get back to work. We're gonna go ahead and back that up, hit it with that string trimmer again, because a lot of that stuff just laid down. We didn't get it the first time. We're gonna rake it up one more time, and then we'll move on to the next section. We're gonna go ahead and try to pick up some of this trash that's in here, and then after that, we're gonna hit it with the weed eater and knock it and see where we're at with everything. Cause we got some nasty vines and styrofoam in here. Go ahead and knock it down. We'll just see where we're at. Almost forgot to put on my sunglasses. It just popped me in the face, like right in between the eyes. We're just gonna try to stick real close to the building right here, because once we get all this stuff cleared out, I'm just gonna bring the mower through. I think that'll do a whole lot better of a job than trying to do it just with the string trimmer the whole way through. We're gonna go ahead and pull out some of this trash just so that way I can kind of see where we're at. Keep on going. You better watch out for spiders. Remember last time. Whatever. I'm not gonna be able to pick it up. We're just gonna have to drag it. I don't know what these are, but this thing weighs at least 80 pounds. Thorns, I don't know if you can see them, but god dang, I don't even know what they came off of. They just stick. I'll help load it up. Right?
Yeah.
So we can get the.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be too big.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it's too. What I'll do? Do you want to go over there?
Yeah.
And then I'll just move it off to the side. That way, get it later.
Okay. Yes.
You want more? Or that's it. These are heavy.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep working.
Okay.
All right. That's one trailer. I'm having to be like super careful in here because there's a lot of wires and stuff. I don't want to accidentally hit them. I'm gonna have to buy a new chainsaw blade. I think that's about it. But luckily, it's the only tree left, I think. Let's go ahead and hit it with the weed eater, see what all we got, and then we'll rake it up. I think I'm gonna have to buy a new speed feed head on this one too. Let's rake it up first. Oh man. I don't know enough about electricity. I'm assuming power to the building is cut, but I'm not messing with any of the wires and stuff to get that little bit out. We're gonna say that's good enough. We're gonna go ahead and just pull everything out real quick. That way we can see where we're at and how all of this is gonna look. I think most of this is gonna come out with the rake just because of how brittle and everything was over there. So we're gonna try that first. Come on. Good Lord, it's a big old hole in here. I don't have a drone, but I think that's a pretty good idea. What do you think? The ladder?
I'm sorry. That's right in your way, wasn't it? I feel like styrofoam's the worst. Like there's not an easy way to pick it up. I mean, it just instantly like crumbles into these little balls. Then they get everywhere. Let's go ahead and grab a drink now, and then we'll get the mower. Okay, so we're gonna need to move this, and we weren't able to get it earlier. So I've got an idea. This was the steeple, and so like you can actually see it fell off of the church. And so you can see right here that where it actually like hit the building. And so we're gonna try to tie it up to the front end of this mower and then see if we can drag it out of the way, so that way we can mow everything and get around with it. Moment of truth. Might help if I chain it right. Wow, okay. Take two. I don't know what that meter is. I don't want to hit it. It kind of worked, but I guess I need a workout. Let's just go ahead and do it by hand. I think we're just gonna roll it. So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and mow all of this. That way, at least this area by the church is done.
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes the tech just doesn't want to cooperate with me. I was actually starting to load everything up because I needed to get my daughter from school when a man named Ronnie pulled up. I thought I recorded the entire conversation, but it turns out that my mic cut off, and so the audio is awful. I'm gonna go ahead and play you a brief little clip of what you can actually understand, and then I'll come back and explain the rest.
How's it going? My name's Derek.
Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie. I've got a YouTube channel. It's like I clean up stuff, or I mow and clean it all up for free and film it and upload it. And so that's what I've been doing is every day after work, I just come and mow a little bit and clean it up. And I pulled 2 mattresses, a couch, 3 recliners.
What I found out is that Ronnie's actually in the process of purchasing this property and expects to have the deed next week. He's been the one sending guys out to haul off all the junk that's been illegally dumped here, so he was shocked but extremely thankful to see us helping him clear everything out.
Honestly, it's such a blessing to see this much work having been done while I was gone. And so it just shows you how much we can all get done together when we work as a community. See, there's a little bit of trash in here, and so we're gonna pick that up first and then we'll start mowing it. I forgot my mask. Let's go get it real quick. So with all the wind, I'm not going to worry about trying to rake all this stuff up right now because, I mean, there is some that's left behind. But, I mean, honestly, I bet most of this blows away once everything's knocked down. So let's go ahead and start section 2. So I put the wheelbarrow in that specific spot because right where that goes, the ground has just been torn up from where they had the truck go and get those concrete blocks. And so we're going to just trim that area. And so that just lets me know where not to go. Let's go ahead and trim all this down. That way we can kind of see where we're at. And then we're going to go ahead and start over there after that. Missed the spot. Hey, is this tumbleweed in your way? Well, you want to see something real satisfying I love about these? When they die, real easy. Let's get this all picked up. We got to be careful. See the nails? Look at all those nails. Good Lord. We've got about 45 minutes before I need to leave to go get my daughter. And honestly, hauling off all this just wood with the nails is really starting to wear me out. So I called Ronnie and he was telling me that they plan on demoing this shed that's right here. And so what's going to happen is he told us just to take all this wood and everything and just toss it next to the shed and all this trash that I don't know if you can kind of see, it's right here. And so we're just going to make a pile. And so then they'll be able to grab it all in one go. And that'll let us get all this stuff cleaned up. With all the nails and fence pickets and stuff that we found in here, I don't trust running my mower through it. I need that for work tomorrow. So the last thing I want to risk is a flat tire. So we're just going to go ahead and take the string trimmer and just like knock it all down. Okay, now we got the same thing over there. There's a few fence pickets in there. So we're just gonna go ahead and put them in the pile and then we'll start cleaning that one up too. Oh, rock hit me in the knee. Before I show you the final transformation of the before and after, I wanted to go ahead and let you know I had to leave to go pick my daughter up from school. And so I just got off the phone talking to Ronnie and he was explaining to me what they're gonna do with the property. The building itself is actually scheduled to be demoed because it is not safe or inhabitable. And so what they're actually going to do is they're rezoning the land, and he plans on building a gated in self-storage unit. And so that's gonna be really good for the community.